Australian painter Charles Billich is famous the world over for his landscape paintings of Olympic host cities. And he's in Beijing now to present a new work inspired by the Beijing Olympics. 3 years ago, he painted Beijing Millennium Cityscape in support of Beijing's bid for the 2008 Games. Our reporter Yang Ran tells us about Billich's latest plans, announced on Monday afternoon in Beijing.
In the press hall of the Xinhua News Agency, Charles Billich announced that he will present a large new work to commemorate the night when China won the bid to host the 2008 Olympic Games on July the 13th, 3 years ago. The work will be composed of 9 parts, portraying China's grand landscapes and the enthusiastic scenes that night. The ceremony was also the occasion for Billich to display some of his past works. Some were created for other Olympic host cities, while others are based on Chinese culture and scenery. Beijing government officials and celebrities watched closely as Billich put the first drop of paint on the canvas. He invited guests to take a part in the significant job. Officials were enthusiastic about Billich's contribution.
Olympics is not only sport itself, but it's a combination. It's a melding of a blending of culture, sport and sport. So we appreciate very much that the contribution of Mr. Charles Billich. Because of his works, I think the Olympics and together with the other painters and artists' contribution, the Olympics will be much better known by the people.
Billich himself says the work will be finished in 4 months. In the meantime, he's still open to suggestions regarding the painting's content and name. Yang Ran, CCTV.
Painter Charles Billich is in high demand these days. When he found the time to sit down with our very own Tita Jun, he didn't even have time to wash the paint off his hands. Here's what he had to say about his latest work, sports, and his love of China.
So you're actually here for your new work, a new painting. You said it's going to have 9 parts in your new painting, although we haven't had a name for your new painting yet. So why specifically 9? And can you just give us some more information about your new work?
Why 8? Because 8 suited me for the layout, and also because it's a Chinese lucky number. But then I tried to add a few more elements into the painting, so I created a 9th panel. And 9 is not a bad number in Chinese, is it?
No, it's a good number, because this is the highest number, actually.
Because we're also going to include some other provinces that I didn't anticipate including, such as Macau, Taiwan, and so on, you know. So I'm going to unite China
in your painting,
in my own way,
with your efforts. So what kind of a message you're trying to convey through your new painting?
Through this painting, well, let's start from number 1. Okay, so it's a great challenge for me to try to encapsulate the symbolism and iconography of a whole country, an enormous country like China, the biggest country in the world. See how I can handle this challenge. Secondly, I thought that to paint a painting like that would be quite functional, quite useful. It could symbolize the whole of China. As they say, one picture tells 1,000 words, and it's exactly the sort of picture I will endeavor to paint. Maybe I will use some miraculous shorthand pictorial writing to convey some ideas and concepts. How the whole thing will hang together is problematic, because composition is the main ingredient in a painting. So when you have so many elements, how do you achieve a very harmonious, ideal composition?
Well, you said in the launching ceremony, you said this is a natural sequel to the first one, the one you finished in 2000. in 2001, the Beijing Millennium Cityscape. What would be the differences if we compare the two paintings? What would be the new elements?
The first painting that was actually used to promote the Olympic bead in an attempt to also portray the whole city was really about Beijing. The positive outcome of this bid really is the labor of the whole of China, not only Beijing, and therefore I think China will have to be the next subject, the natural sequel.
Some elements from these voter events, say the opinions from the officials or the government influence, might be distracting you.
My number one priority is really work. I think I was put on this earth to be a playboy, but destiny wanted me to be a slave.
What happens if a high official from a government says, I want you to include one element in your painting? What would you do?
If it's reasonable, I listen to, like I said today, I want people to help me. If I have a positive and intelligent suggestion, I will certainly listen to it.
Would it be possible that maybe in the future or in 2008 you'll be inspired to to create a new painting again for Beijing for the 2008 Olympic Games?
That is a good idea. Yeah, I'll hold you responsible for this one.
All right, I'll check it out.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
The scenic old town of Fongjing, just outside Shanghai, welcomes